Hi, guys.
Loving the space potato hat. All right.
This is such a momentous occasion that I've been so excited about that I just had to make a new hat to commemorate this.
Well, I was going to bring space French fries, but I ate them.
That's valid.
They tasted really good in nacho cheese.
Yeah.
So, so no space fries. So.
No, I mean, that might be for the best.
Maybe, considering.
Yeah. Do you think people that aren't us know about the space potato yet?
I don't think so, because I'm not seeing too much about it. So what we know is this gentleman, where's he at? Isn't he in a South American country?
He's in Panama.
Yeah. In Panama, claims he saw a meteorite hit the earth. And for viewers, you can see it behind us. It's there. But the first picture he took did not have the tentacles. And it literally, he said he found it in space. And then all of a sudden it started growing. Well, he didn't find it in space. It landed from space. And then like the next day it had these weird tentacle growths. And according to TikTok and all of that, these growths this thing is getting ginormous. It started, he had it in a jar. Then it went into a safe covered with an aluminum blanket like they give you in jail. So, but it also...
Do they give you those in jail?
Huh?
Didn't you get your hat in jail?
I think of those as like what they put around you if you like get pulled out of the water and you're risking hypothermia. I didn't know they had them in jail.
All of those aluminum fake blankets are everywhere now. Because they gave me one in the hospital and I was offended.
Oh.
I'm like, I want a real blanket. This feels... I can't... Okay, you guys, I'm severely autistic. Okay, we know this. The minute they tried touching me with that crinkly stuff, like I couldn't wear that hat. I love it. It's so stylish and beautiful. But I could not put it on my head.
Alistair hates this.
Yeah.
So he came over like very cautiously and went to sniff it. But right before he actually sniffed it, it freaked him out and he jumped like a foot in the air.
Psychic Kitty gets denied mind control.
Yeah.
No foil.
Okay, so then it was in a safe with the foil blankie. Then he put it in a freezer. And while the potato is staying the same size, it's the tentacles that are growing out of said potato. Now, it didn't say whether he was feeding it or anything, but I just keep picturing, Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, Seymour. But now he's got it in a closet. And the last picture I saw, it looked like the tentacles were coming out of the closet. And, we all know it's a hoax. I found this and I sent it to Susie and Cody. And I'm like, space potato. And it went on from there.
So this was off of Creepshow with the Stephen King. Remember that? In Creepshow, that meteor crashes down and he takes it inside his house and then it breaks and then he's like, he's not going to get any money. He's all depressed because the meteor breaks, but then all of a sudden it starts growing grass everywhere and on him. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry. What? Okay, I'm still here. I'm sorry. I just had the screen just went blank for some reason. But yeah, he has a famous line where he says meteor shit because it gets the meteor stuff all over his hands. And that's where he starts growing the grass. So that's what I'm thinking whenever I see this is that Creepshow with Stephen King.
Mm-hmm.
And so after you sent me that article, I don't know why I love this so much, but immediately, and I think at least part of it is because it's not AI and it's not another like fake UFO, fake Bigfoot. It's something that's practical effects for sure. And it is new. Like
it's so much fun to watch. It is fun.
And I like watched videos for hours and hours after you sent me that. So that the oldest one I could find was from August 29th, before it had any of the tendrils growing out of it. And that one, I immediately thought it's a spray painted potato.
Right. That's the first picture I saw was the spray painted potato.
But then I got to tell you, I'm not sure if it's a potato anymore.
Oh, no.
Because on some of those videos, you can hear it like clank against the dish. It's because it sounded like a ceramic dish at first before he had it in the safe and all that. It makes this metallic clanking sound when it hits the plate. And I've looked into it, and I think that it's solder. Like he just melted a ball of solder.
Yeah, that I could see that.
Now the plant growing out of it, like it moves, but it doesn't move organically. Is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, the one I saw kind of looked like there might have been like something behind that, like definitely physical manipulation.
Yeah, so most people think it's just like, fishing wires or strings or something. An interesting theory I heard was that it was crustacean meat that he had sprinkled salt on to get the muscle, like a freshly killed crustacean.
Yeah, they'll move.
And then after I heard that, all I could think was rock lobster, and I've had that song in my head for like 2 days now.
Is it a rock? No, it's a potato. But the clanking sound is interesting, and the soldering, and solder is so malleable. A quick hit with the gun and he can plant whatever in there.
And I think because he had that video where he took the space potato. I'm just going to call it space potato. That's what it's called.
We've been calling it that from the beginning, yeah.
He takes the space potato, puts it on a plate, and then puts a leaf on top of it, and the leaf melts.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, you could heat up solder enough to make a leaf start to smoke.
Oh, for sure.
So that's my running theory is it's a hunk of solder, but what the tendrils on it are, I still want to believe it's that same HPV virus that
the bunnies are getting.
That the bunnies have, yeah.
Okay, so here's where space herpes, as I've been called that, because that's what the bunnies have is HPV, so bunny herpes. So with the space herpes ties into the religious people that have chimed in and said that this is the star of wormwood, which according to the Bible crashes to the earth and spreads plague over like 30% of the population. So, but what if the plague was space herpes? So we could be onto something here with space HPV.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll all grow tentacles. I'd be all right with it.
It's very Lovecraftian if that's what happens.
It is. There are a lot of weirdos in this world going to be real happy with that. What's your theory, Cody? You got a theory?
Space herpes is pretty much it. I mean, I hadn't thought about the solder, even though I used to do a lot of soldering in my days. But yeah, now that you mentioned solder, I was like, yeah, it looks like a giant blob of solder.
It does.
Yeah, solder can be very porous. It also has it's like tin, lead, and like is it pine oil, I believe, kind of a mixture in there. And so it can be porous, it can have the divots in there, and you could probably, you can grow chia seeds on anything, hence the chia pet. So why not
space
Yeah, Space Chia. Which I like. Some people are trying to compare it to Venom, the comic book character Venom. But it's it's really cool. If it's got some legitimacy to it, then and this guy's just keeping it in a safe in his house, I'm surprised no one's.
It's in his closet now. It's grown.
Kick the door down and come and
it keeps
take
growing.
It from him.
Yeah, the interesting video, he posted one that was like the meteor crash site at night, and there's like phosphorescence.
Oh.
You could have opened up a glow stick and splattered it around.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways.
It's a really good little detail that he added there. And I will say he messed up on his daytime video of the impact site. He shows the spot where the space potato made impact, and the dirt is like smoking. If you zoom in, you can see a matchstick in the dirt.
Yeah, you left a little piece behind. I don't know, man. This dude's dedication to this is amazing, though. And I'm so invested in it, even though I know it's a hoax. I know it's a hoax.
It's great because this guy, and for anyone that wants to look him up, he's Kin Panama, Kin Panama on TikTok. He's been posting videos on that account for years. Like just normal daily life videos, and then just started this out of nowhere.
Yeah, and like boom, space potato.
As a bonus, he's not my type, but he's very handsome. So, a good watch anyway.
It's always nice when they're easy on the eyes.
Yeah. And like he doesn't, I'm sure he's getting followers from this, but he doesn't appear to be like trying to monetize it at all. I really think he's just into it. Yeah. He's a creative person and is just enjoying this. And obviously he's putting a lot of time and effort into it because there's videos every day. He's doing live streams and all of that. Like maybe he lost his job. He's unemployed right now, has time to do it. I don't know what his life is like, but he's definitely dedicated to all of this.
More power to him. Okay. Make your bread, because this has been the most entertaining and most wholesome thing I've seen in months. Like I said, every day I wake up and like, how big is the space potato today?
Yeah, it's like my show. My show is on quiet.
Yep.
Looking forward to it every day. And he did, some people asked to get samples of whatever's growing out of it, and he said he sent them off. Now,
won't we be surprised if it really is space herpes?
I think maybe this episode is going to hold up really well. Those three were right. It was herpes.
We got to be the only podcasters talking about this.
I will tell you, people on Reddit are talking about it.
I don't see Astonishing Legends dropping a space potato episode anytime soon.
No, they're too highbrow for space potatoes with herpes.
Herpetic space potatoes.
Indeed.
I'm just, like I said, I'm astounded at the detail. I'm totally invested, even though I 100% believe it's a hoax. Still totally invested. And like I said, won't I be surprised if it's not?
My potato hot was making my head sweat, so I have to take that off.
Hot potato. You gotta watch out. You don't want potato herpes.
Your dedication to your herpes hat. For 15 minutes you wore that.
Kin Panama is much more dedicated to this than I am, though. Because I just did it for 15 minutes. He's been doing it for weeks now.
I just imagine him becoming like Jeff Goldblum from The Fly. How he's like superpowers, but he starts to fall to pieces. His teeth are falling out. His hair starts falling out. his skin gets boils and stuff. But yeah, he just checks in daily, and you're just like, whoa, what's going on with this guy? He's now like having to vomit on his food, but like before he eats it.
There are people that are really concerned for him. One of his videos, he mentioned like he doesn't feel well when he goes closer to it. And, you know, people are speculating like he doesn't look well. He looks the same. But they're also concerned like mental health wise because he's becoming like obsessed with it. And
well, I'm curious to see where he takes it, quite honestly. Where are you going to go with this? I mean, what's going to happen when it outgrows the closet?
Jaime Musan.
What happens when it comes out of the closet?
Or are we watching like a live version of found footage and this guy's going to disappear?
Yeah,
that would be.
If this is legit, something. He's going to disappear. But, you know, he needs to
call Jaime. He deserves an Emmy.
He needs to call Jaime over there in Mexico. But, you know, what's funny is because, like, the Abuga sphere that was found in Buga, Colombia, earlier this year, the guy that found that he got ill the first few days that he had it. He was getting nauseous and headaches for like 48 hours until he could get his cousin over there that then put it in a lead case and then transported it out. So, I mean, there actually probably could be something to him getting sick if this is what it is.
I was just reading our little thing and going across the bottom. I'm dying right now.
Does it have herpes?
She's got a breaking news under there.
I am real into this.
Listen, that's why I sent you. And I remember I said, hey, this is a fun read. And then next thing you know, we're both obsessed with Space Potato.
And the whole the space herpes thing and the getting sick from stuff found in space just reminded me of something John Keel wrote about. It might have been in Mothman Prophecies, but it might have been Eighth Tower. I'm not sure. But there was a section about this. This is the funniest thing John Keel has ever done, and also the thing that he said that I absolutely do not buy, and it's just hilarious. But he documented these cases of men who were abducted and then got STDs. And I'm like, yes, they were abducted. That's why they were gone, and they came home with STDs. I think Jacques Vallée wrote about it too.
Space herpes.
You know.
God damn it, space herpes.
1960s men had to ruin another perfectly good excuse for their illicit affairs.
See, that's why one of my favorite cryptid legends from Michigan is Bat Squatch, because it was two deer hunters who were hunting in their deer blind, and Bat Squatch lifted one of them up and dropped him and broke his arm.
Yeah.
And they came home from deer camp with this story. I grew up in Michigan. I know what deer camp is. Something happened to that boy, but it wasn't Bat Squatch.
They call it beer camp.
Right, beer camp. You know, like the old joke, you pack their socks in their rifle case. That way when they call and say, hey, babe, where's my socks? You're like, hey, babe.
This is like how I grew up hearing a story about how my dad broke both of his arms and legs while he was in the army, and it was in like a full body cast. And they just said, they always said when he was in the army, and he had served in Vietnam. So I thought like, well, like what the heck happened to him in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Oh no, it happened in Georgia, and he got drunk and fell out of a second story window, and that's how it happened. So that's like my family version of that Squatch, I guess.
Yeah,
they just add that. I'm going to add that to everything I do now. I was in Vietnam.
I have heard several stories about that, especially being in San Antonio, which is Military City, USA. I've met several people that are military disability benefits for like life, and I said, "Gosh, what happened to you?" Exact same thing. I was at a party and I fell off the balcony of a third floor apartment and broke my back, and I was like.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so it wasn't combat. It's like, no, but I'm not taking away from anybody here, but I'm just saying, I have heard some similar stories like that. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a good time. But real quick, do y'all remember where the term space herpes comes from? Trina might know this one.
I thought we invented it.
No, we didn't invent it. No,
we didn't.
Absolutely did not invent it. There was a movie in the 80s called The Ice Pirates.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a famous scene where these little things show up, these little kind of gremlin looking things on this kind of like on like what looks like that potato, but it's really like an egg. And yeah, these little head and the neck grows out of it, and yeah, that's where I saw that, and I was like, yeah, space herpes from the Ice Pirates. So I can post a link here and
me and Susie are so devastated.
I was Googling.
You're Googling. I already got the link pulled up for y'all. Because I was like, I got to see a picture of the space herpes again. Because I'm just going from memory here. It's a funny movie if you'll ever watch it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I vaguely remember the movie, but I mean,
yeah, their spaceship gets infected with space herpes.
Yes, like I vaguely remember that and thinking it was hilarious. Again, I was in my teens in the 80s, so
yeah,
I thought Basket Case was okay. I still
my
like
gosh, that's like the weirdest movie.
Weirdest movie in the world.
Is that your?
Is that a space herpes?
Yep.
You know, that kind of does look like what's growing out of space potato.
Yeah. So if you see, there's another picture there too. That's it's like an actual looking potato thing with the thing kind of jutting out, and that was the space herpes.
Maybe that movie was made by aliens.
Could have been.
I think we solved it.
It's very weird, but enjoyable.
Space herpes on potatoes. I don't know what hello. I don't know what I should be doing with my potatoes. I need to keep them safe. What if they get infected?
I mean,
what if they get infected and then I got to eat herpes French fries?
That would be horrible. And so I've been I get on like my bullshit once in a while, but my thing like the past 6 months or so is that like when men try to talk to me, I yell at them and say that they have to bring me at least 2 rabbits to eat before I'll talk to them.
Right.
So the whole bunny herpes thing really put a damper on that.
Oh God, yeah. What if somebody throws a herpes rabbit at you?
Right. And now if potatoes also have herpes, like there's no like rabbit stew is out.
Yeah. So if you're Samwise Gamgee, you are very disappointed right now. So that's all I can.
Oh, that's for all of you. All of you true nerds out there.
If you want to have a brace of coonies,
throw that out.
You should eat them with potatoes.
With potatoes. Potatoes are my best friend. And then when I found out that you can just live on potatoes alone, I knew it. You know, like I was made for potatoes, and potatoes were made for me. And really, I can't eat anything else without a fucking reaction to it these days. So, rod back, y'all off. But I'm never going to eat a space potato with herpes. I don't think I'd ever get that desperate.
But how do you know? Because when he first got his space potato, it didn't look like it had herpes. It was asymptomatic at first.
True. And it was silver, though. I don't know that a weird color would stop me because I would just peel it.
Right. Yeah. And so the interesting thing is it's growing, right? And when he first got it, he said it was only growing when he put it in the sun.
Oh, I remember that. Yep.
But now he's had it inside the safe and then inside the freezer with no light, and it's still growing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Where's he going to take this? Is he going to just go offline and the last thing is going to be like a picture of his apartment with space herpes hanging out of it?
I hope he gets real weird with it. Like,
me too.
Like he starts acting like he's possessed by the space potato, maybe. I'd like to see that.
I know. I've never been so invested in a hoax in my life. You know, I'm like, come on, guy, I'm believing in you here. And the religious people just make me laugh. But it ties in wormwood, herpes, plague, Star of Wormwood.
Star of Wormwood was one of the 7 whats?
Trumpets of the Armageddon, or 7 of the trumpet signs.
What are the other 6?
Oh, gosh, let's find out. It's been a long time. Listen, I went to Catholic school. I should know this. I'm so sorry, Father George. Okay. A series of the 7 trumpets are a series of divine judgments upon the earth as described in Revelations, following the opening of the 7th seal. So the 7 seals have to be opened. I can't remember what those are now. Each trumpet blast unleashes a specific disaster, such as natural disasters and tormenting creatures, as warnings to humanity. The first 4 trumpets cause damage to the natural world. The 5th and 6th unleash demonic forces, and the 7th trumpet heralds the establishment of God's eternal kingdom after the return of Jesus Christ. Okay, trumpet 1, hail and fire mixed with blood, burning up a third of the trees and all green grass. Trumpet 2, a great mountain burning with fire cast into the sea, turning a third of the sea to blood and destroying creatures and ships. Trumpet 3, here we go. This is our trumpet. A star named Wormwood falls from heaven into the rivers and springs, poisoning the water and causing many to die. See, that doesn't even match. So the religious people are wrong.
Well, hold on now.
Here's trumpet 4. A third of the sun, moon, and stars are darkened, and a third of the day and night loses their light. The next ones are all demons and shit.
Well,
an army of 200 million horsemen, described as having fiery mouths that spew fire, smoke, and brimstone, kills a third of humanity.
See, that doesn't make any sense because, like, there's not going to be any horses.
Oh, here's one. Trumpet
Unless
5.
it's metaphorically a horse.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, metaphorically, a horse.
That's trumpet how you get away with it.
Right. It's all metaphorically.
Which is the first woe. A star falls from heaven, opening the abyss and releasing a plague of demonic locusts that torment people for 5 months. So
we have really bad stink bugs here right now. I think that's close enough.
Okay. So it's the 5th trumpet and not the 3rd. Because it definitely did fall into the river.
And how many trumpets are there?
7.
7.
The last 2 are the very last one is heralding God and the end of the world, basically. But the other 2 after 5, 6, and it's like demons and.
But so the religious people are also saying the rapture is going to happen on the 23rd or 24th, which is next week. So is the rapture supposed to happen after the 7th trumpet?
Yes, because that heralds the return of Jesus Christ, which is the rapture.
So do we hear the trumpets? Are these metaphorical trumpets? Could these be people?
I don't know. Has anybody heard trumpets?
Well, in Trump's immediate family, there are 7 members, right? So.
And they're all way too loud.
They're all way too loud, and they're causing death and destruction everywhere. So you say those are the trumpets, and then we got the space potato. I mean, Why not have a rapture? Everything's lining up here. The moon, according to that one of our previous podcasts about the moon, could has engines in it, and that they're failing, and that they only have one engine left. So if the moon were to disappear, we could lose a good third of the night, third of the day, possibly.
That's true.
Slow down.
Slow down. Happening. We're going to log back on and we'll talk about the trumpets.
Yeah.
So before we got to the trumpets, we had to have gotten through the 7 seals. So I just looked those up. The first one is the white horse. Unleashed by the first seal, the rider with a crown and bow on a white horse is interpreted as the Antichrist, bringing a false peace. Now, we've had a lot of speculations on who the Antichrist was in my lifetime. I think every single one of the presidents I can remember has been called the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Every single one.
Yeah. Then we have the red horse. The opening of the second seal releases a fiery red horse whose rider is given power to take peace from Earth and incite people to kill one another.
And that's Susie.
The red, yes. Yeah, obviously.
You make us want to kill each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to kill both of you right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have that effect on people. Mm-hmm. Then we have the black horse. The third seal brings a black horse with a rider holding a pair of scales, symbolizing famine and the suffering of the poor.
Love. We actually do have famine and suffering going on.
Yep. And for the pale horse, the fourth seal unleashes a pale horse with its rider named Death, followed by Hades, and given authority over a fourth of the earth to kill by sword, famine, plague, and wild beasts. That kind of sounds like 2020.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And then, all right, I guess we're out of horses. So those are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. But then we have...
So they're the first 4 seals then, too, the 4 horsemen.
Yep. And then we have 3 more. So 5 is the souls under the altar. The 5th seal reveals the souls of those who were martyred for their faith, crying out to God for justice.
That could be what's going on in Gaza right now, because it's right under Jerusalem.
Some crazy stuff is going on by the temple. They're doing some kind of weird ceremony thing. Have you guys heard about that? There were trumpets involved in that too. The part I remember was the trumpets. So we've got trumpets everywhere right now. Where were we? 6, cosmic disturbances. The 6th seal signifies the day of the Lord, marked by a great earthquake, the sun turning black and the moon turning blood red, with stars falling from the sky. I don't think we've gotten that one yet, unless it's just an eclipse and some meteor showers. But those happen all the time.
Isn't there a giant meteor headed our way? No, there's like a giant mothership. It's a mothership, right?
It's a mothership.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's supposed to be hitting by us in October.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have another end of the world.
And 7 is silence in heaven. The 7th and final seal brings a brief period of silence in heaven, a half hour of prophetic time before God's judgments are further escalated through the 7 trumpets. I don't remember any kind of silence.
You know, Space Potato could be, it's not wormwood, but it could be the 5th trumpet.
Could be. Absolutely. Or it could be what saves us.
Oh, yeah.
So we now have the option. Do we start a doomsday?
Oh my God.
Do we start a doomsday cult, or do we start a new religion to worship the space potato? We have decisions we have to make now.
You know, I'm kind of more in favor of cult.
Yeah. Because we can always make it doomsday when we get bored.
Yeah. Religions are so played out. Cult.
But we all got to have matching sweet Nikes because that was the best thing Heaven's Gate did.
Not according to Nike. They were not fans.
No. I bet not.
I watched the documentary on the Heaven's Gate people. That was, I mean, that went on
they were nuts.
For years. They went nuts.
That guy, girl, like he was so mutilated by the end and I think once she died, he just went off his rocker even more.
Well, they went on. They had attempted self-castration. And it went horribly wrong with like the first guy, and they're like, "Okay, we are done with that."
Imagine being the first guy, and everybody else goes, "Yeah, nah, bro."
Yeah,
I think you need to try it to know that's not going to go well. Like,
I don't know in any situation where you would think that was going to go well. You know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll say cult.
Yeah. What about you, Susie?
Well, so I think they're the same thing sometimes. But the word cult is more fun. Yes. And also, my family has a history with starting cults. So, got, some ancestral knowledge I could probably lend to this endeavor.
Yeah, because I haven't even thought about that lately. I was like, man, gosh, growing up, religion was just so gloom and doom. Being a Catholic, but I was thinking
rereading that just reminded me, like, oh god,
yeah, it's all doom. What about these cults though? They seem to have it going on. They're like happy,
love, peace, happiness.
Especially if you're the leader.
Like cults have drugs usually. I think might be what it is.
Lots of sex. Most of them have lots of sex.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of
Sometimes, though, it's with creepy old men, and that's not a good kind of cult sex.
Yeah, no.
So, but most of the peace, love, and happiness ones were,
But they're happy. I mean,
here you got the church telling you sex is bad, especially for women. If you enjoyed it, you were, the whore of Jezebel. And, and you got these people saying, come over here and let me ring your Jezebel. What are you going to pick?
Yeah, if given the choice between the two, it's definitely cult.
Yeah. So we'll have to make flyers. All hail Space Potato.
Yep.
I'm down with this. I'm so invested in this hoax. Like I can't repeat it enough. It's like, I guess when there's all kinds of gloom and doom, at least we have Space Potato.
Absolutely.
Right. Maybe Space Potato can help fix some of the world, bring us all together.
My concern with that. So when I was looking for theories on what the tendrils, what he could be using to make the tendrils on it, I thought, I bet people on Reddit have theories on this. Now, I am not a Reddit person. I don't normally go on there. Once in a while, I Google something and a Reddit will come up and I'll read that.
Yeah.
But it was last night I went on Reddit and was looking at Space Potato threads. Those people are the grumpiest people ever about this. They are so mad. There's somebody posted a question saying, I'm a biologist. I know this is a hoax, but I don't know how he's doing it. Can somebody explain it to me? And people were in the comments tearing her up for posting that, saying, you're begging people to explain to you that this is a hoax. That's sad. You're a loser, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what is wrong with Reddit? Have some fun. This is fun. You are ruining the internet. We're supposed to be here to be silly. Come on. This is
they are bad over there. I only go in there for research purposes. I never comment. I never interact because, man, them people are just freaking, they're all keyboard warriors ready to attack,
You can't enjoy a space potato? Come on.
Like, enjoy the hoax. And I want to know how he's doing it. We all know it's a hoax. Everybody knows that. We just want to, well, that, and I'm very invested on where is he going to take it.
Yes. We can't find out how he's doing it yet because there's more to be done with this before.
Right. It'll ruin it for me. I just, like, because there's a couple different ways he could go. So I'm just very invested in where is our little space potato going to go next?
And how big is it going to get?
Right. It's in a closet. Or it was in a closet. What's he going to do? Buy a shed?
He might, the way this is going.
Yeah.
He got that deep freezer.
He's got to have a plan because he can't have it take over his house yet. Until he can figure out how to get all the tentacles out his windows and stuff,
That's going to be amazing.
It is. It's going to be so amazing.
Does he ever mention what his occupation is?
I haven't seen or heard.
I think it said in that first newspaper article I read. I'll have to go back and look, though. Now I'm interested. I'll have to do another deep dive on the potato. Because we are going to keep our audiences updated. Because this audio is getting scraped and getting dropped on Spooks, too. So, because I feel like the public needs to know.
I'm going to have to give you like a picture of the space potato hat so you can share it since they won't be able to see this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just send me a picture in the thingy-mabobber, our group chat, which is literally one of my favorite chats. This is our chat, our three, us three. We're always talking about goofy stuff.
You never know what's going to happen in there.
You never know what's going to happen in that chat. It cracks me up. Between that and the pod nerd, the podcast chat, I hear my phone ding and I'm like, oh no. Because let me tell you, old Thick Rick has some weird obsessions. And that's all I'm going to say.
with a certain redhead fellow.
Yeah. So it's weird. But
it is weird.
We're going to try to get him therapy. So
speaking of space potatoes, sorry.
I had a Post-it note I just saw over here that said, "Remember to tell Trina this." So that just caught my attention. So this is a huge announcement. I haven't told anyone this, not even just publicly, but in my private life also. Mm-hmm. Like, I have not expressed this to anyone.
Aww.
I am 100% positive that I spoke to a dead person.
Yeah.
For the first time recently. Or they spoke to me, I should say. I don't think I was speaking back. But it was maybe a month ago. My Aunt Bev died about 15 years ago.
Right.
When I was little, she was my favorite aunt. But then as I got older, we grew apart and I hadn't seen her for a long time when she passed. She was like the weird aunt that never had kids of her own. So that's like the kind of vibes we're working with. Mm-hmm. I hadn't thought about her in a long time. And then it was like 3 days in a row. I just was thinking about her constantly. Mm-hmm. And then I was outside just kind of sitting, clearing my mind under my tree by the stream that I like to sit next to. And I heard her voice say in my head, "Dad is with Kenny now. Everything is good." Now, her dad is my grandfather. Mm-hmm. His middle name was Kenneth. He went by Ken. Mm-hmm. So I didn't understand what she was saying because what do you mean he's with himself? Like, what are you talking about? So I called my poor mother, who I always bother for like family details when stuff like this happened. And she said, no, Kenny was my brother's name. And I said, what are you talking about? You have one brother. His name isn't Kenny. She's like, no, I had another brother who died before I was born. So her oldest brother, Kenny, died when he was about 2 years old. He got scalded with hot water.
Oh, that's awful.
And both of my grandparents had like immense guilt over it, apparently.
I would assume so, yes.
So it was my Aunt Bev's voice telling me her dad and her brother are finally together now. Now, I don't know about my grandma, but what she said was dad is with Kenny now and everything is good.
Your grandma went into I told you this before, she's part of your ancestor posse. She's a guardian. Okay, so, I mean, it is what it is. That means he's moved on. He's in love with the little boy. Because a little boy's spirit would just automatically reabsorb into the love of the cosmos. You know, There's nothing there to keep him tagged to this earth. And him, especially, that would be his dad, right? That is with him now.
Yep.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense. And sometimes just sitting by the water and being quiet like that. I tell people that all the time. What I do is not unique. Anyone can hear. You just have to learn how to listen. Yes, I was pushed into it through trauma, but you're a perfect example of being self-taught and learning how to open and learning how to listen. Just let yourself be in the moment and listen. There's all kinds of messages floating around.
I think, honestly, we probably all get stuff like that and just write it off.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Just like gut feelings when something tells you turn right now.
Yeah.
That's somebody telling you for a reason, usually. Things, magic is magic. Life is life. And if we open our hearts and our eyes and our souls, there's a lot more to this world. You know.
And it was so weird. I felt like she had been hanging around for a few days before I finally got that message.
Just wanted somebody to know he's happy now. I'm happy. He's happy. Yeah. That's cute. I love that. And I love that for you.
Yeah, because so far, most of my family communicating with me from the afterlife hasn't been pleasant.
No. You got some bitch-ass grandmas. But they're also immensely strong. And they also keep you completely protected. Like, you are so protected. Like, I know we joke that you're we vote you most likely to go missing, but I don't actually believe that. Your forest spirits would take care of you. The trees would take care of you. Your ancestors are strong and they were tied with the land themselves. Your family has such a strong tie to the land as well that I don't worry about you. Not that way.
I should have been gone a long time ago. Obviously, something has kept me here.
I say the same thing. Like, I don't know, because my daughter said that. She's like, your ancestors have saved your butt so many times, and I'm like, I mean, probably.
Yep. Absolutely.
But I also listen to my gut, so there's that. All right, friends, I actually have to get going before my grandkids get here. They're on the way, so they're gonna bust in that door anytime. I know it. So.
And I'm going to get this up on my channel as soon as possible so people can know about it and watch live, because this is information everyone needs immediately.
Everyone needs to know about Space Potato.
Yeah.
You are going to spread the word.
Shout it from the rooftops.
Yeah. They can't.
And I'm going to get some ice cream.
You got some ice cream.
I think I want French fries after all this potato talk.
Right? I was kind of thinking that, actually.
Space fries.
Space fries with no herpes.
Yeah, hold the herpes.
Hold the herpes. All right, friends. I'm leaving the studio. Thanks for listening about Space Potato. Love you. Bye.
Good evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Good evening.